Esther gave my number out to 5 different guys. I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from?
You just did me a favor by tapping in, man. It's your Bradesky, Aaron the Plumber, man. And I'm coming to y'all again with the big facts, always ski today, man. So I stumbled across this video on my For You page on the YouTubery, and it says, Esther, unmasking the lies. In a real way, Bradesky, we finna break down exactly how women try to save face today when they out of pocket.
Yes, I gave Chandler my number. Am I attracted to Chandler? No, not necessarily.
You know, when they did wrong, you know, they will lie and deceive.
I was wrong for giving the Instagram, but after you storm off after calling me all names in the book, you're not my problem anymore, and I'm not your problem anymore. We're not together. Leaving out, I think people forget that in your single season, it's okay to date. And that's kind of what that experience was. You're dating different people to see which one is the best fit. So call it whatever you guys want, but just because now 2 million people, 2+ million, because it's all over TikTok, Twitter, whatever, saw that, does not negate from the fact that y'all do it on a regular daily basis. You talk to multiple different people, and then once you click with one person, I personally believe in being loyal in the talking season. We hadn't even talked. So come on, grow up.
To do anything to make themselves look like they're not promiscuous. But truth be told, man, Bradesky, Esther is a goer, man. Unmasking the lies. So here she is lying right here, Bradesky. You know what I'm saying? So you're telling me, Esther, baby, that I cussed you out. I called you every name other than the child of God, but you still decided to hit me up after I cussed you out and left. Come on now, Bradesky. That's how we know she's lying in a real way. Because why would I cuss you out? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I cuss out? If anybody, I would have cussed out Kayla for calling me a Ninja Turtle, right?
You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax.
In a real way, but I'm so upset. I'm so hurt. You know what I'm saying? I decided to cuss you out, leave, storm off upset, but you still decide to hit me up afterwards. Whoo, we ski, Bradesky. I gotta be the GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be the coldest dude ever to talk to all these women crazy, cuss you out, and still make you want me. Oh, whiskey. Come on now, Bradesky. You see how many people try to lie on me and I always discredit them in a real way, though.
I'm thinking overly sexual person. It's okay for you to post this. Online, but preach God? And this is not me judging you. Now I'm just not letting things slide anymore, because in my opinion, I'm like, whoa, if you're gonna talk that talk, walk the walk. Respectfully.
Yeah, man. We finna talk about how she gave her number to 4 different dudes on the show. Yeah, I'm saying one of them happened to be Bradesky from episode, I think he on 13 or 12. Yeah, I'm saying that's Charleston White's nephew. She gave Bradesky gave her the number too. You know what I'm saying? While he was waiting, because they were filming the next episode after, they say Esther gave her number to him too. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to hear her side of the story. Her side of the story, you hear after I left. You know, I had enough time to walk a good distance, get in my car, slide off, you feel me, before she even noticed I was gone. Why? Because she was in there running her mouth, yeah, I'm saying, in a real way, talking to the other men that were on the show, which is all fine and dandy. But I want the men to understand, I'm saying, you have to be aware of the forbidden fruit. Yes, man. Esther is forbidden fruit. She is appealing to the eye. I'm saying, baby might look delicious and nutritious, but once you take a bite of that apple, destruction for all of humanity, Bresky. That's when your life is gonna start to go downhill. And ooh, whiskey, Esther, you didn't tell us you had a failed marriage, babe.
I was engaged to an amazing man. Shout out to him. It didn't work out because I wasn't ready for marriage. You know, I was still pretty young.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about I didn't come on the show being genuine. You have a whole failed marriage because you were not ready. And here you are on a dating show, once again showing that you are not ready. You know what I'm saying? And there's men out there that is still willing to court this woman and do A, B, C, and D for her. Man, I won't do none of the above. You know, baby can't get a wooden nickel from me. You know, in a real way, baby, I wouldn't take you to get free biscuits from the biscuit factory, man. You know, in a real way, you just not qualified, baby. In a real way. So let's listen to her. And then she is super choosy. Esther came to pop the balloon with her choosing shoes on, man.
Question is, how do you want your man to dress on the first date?
Bring back that dark skin man, that his
So
outfit.
do with the open.
Oh,
yeah. My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, your brother
Yeah.
could learn a few things.
Got it.
She couldn't decide if she wanted Chad, if she wanted Brad, if she wanted a tad of me. You know what I'm saying? If she wanted Chandler to please. She didn't know what she wanted, man. You know, she was just networking with way too many guys. And then listen to her once again. She says a man has to be basically secure with her talking to other men, you know, long as she knows where home is. What part of dating is that? Oh, whiskey. You know what I'm saying? If my woman is showing blatant interest in the next man, I can't get with that program, you know, in a real way. So, Esther, you're not qualified, babe. In a real way, we're going to listen to her side of the story, the lies, in a real way, you know, and we're going to let common sense take its course. You just did me a favor by tapping in once again with your brother ski.
I'm trying to calm him down. He calls me all the names in the book, but the child of God. The individual tells me, I think you're a very beautiful woman and we would have been great fit for one another, but your actions turned me off. You thought that was acceptable and it wasn't. That was an indication to me that you still have some more maturing to do. But I hope you get the exposure you need to find a better candidate than myself, queen. So you guys see us walk off. So I pulled him to the side where no one can hear. Because like I said, praise in public, correct. Because I am African after all. I am Congolese at that. So you was gonna hear it. So we pulled to the side. And I'm like, did you have to do all that? Seriously. I literally asked him word for word, is that the real you or was that for show? Because in my mind, I was like, y'all hired this guy to just troll? Or is this like for real, you know? And he was, you know, respectful guy. So that's why I'm like, I don't know where all of this is coming from, you know? Because the conversation that we had where it's like, no, you know, he felt like everyone was coming on him, which I completely understood because it is 7 versus 1 at that time, you know, and he had to defend himself. However, you did not, and this is to you, you did not have to say the things that you said the way you said them. I would have left with you regardless, you know, if you had came and really showcase the true you. I would have left with you. And you also know, my love, you know why you went on that show. I know we're not there for the right reasons. I left with him because I was tired and I needed to sit down. I had a lot more to say, but I didn't want to say it on camera and disrespect him. I was honestly spaced out, because for the people saying that, oh, she knew he was the last person she didn't want to leave alone. No, I was spaced out. I didn't know how many guys were, coming. I did not. So there was no way in hell I would have known that he's the last person. Let me leave with him. And yes, I was interested. Genuinely.
Why are you a gold digger posing as an innocent child of God?
Why am I a gold digger posing as an innocent child of God? I'm content with a pretty simple, comfortable life. When he mentioned I can pull out $100,000 out the bank, it's 2024. $100,000 does not get you far. Can only get you so far, and it's not that far. And for a gold digger, I would not be on a show to find love. There are shows for gold diggers out there. I would probably get on one of those shows.
The Sims, show full of EBT queens. Who am I to judge? Should I let her eat for free? Show full of broke women. Gold digging, high expectations for the kids. Cold thing is, they ain't even your children.
And yes, it might be defensive. Yes, because I have, my parents have instilled in me the concept of hard work. So when people dismiss that by calling me a gold digger, that's very offensive. I'm not a gold digger. Do I enjoy being in a company of someone who is financially stable? Absolutely. Who doesn't? Very important. A woman that can sit there and lie to you and be like, oh, I don't care, is lying, because ultimately security is important.
Now, any woman that says that she will not deal with a man that is not financially stable, disqualify her, Brodusky, in a real way, because your financial situation could change overnight in a real way. That's gold digger vibes. You know what I'm saying? A real woman that's truly invested and interested in you, right? If you don't have your finances right, a real woman, a real stand-up woman hey, baby, we're going to figure it out together. We're going to put our minds together and make our financial aspirations come to fruition, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what a real woman does. But once again, we're dealing with a little girl, a 23-year-old little girl with a failed marriage. You know what I'm saying? That don't know what she wants. She came to pop the balloon with her choosing shoes on. In a real way, man. She had her choosing shoes on. She couldn't know what she wanted to choose. You know what I'm saying? That forbidden fruit on that tree, hey, don't eat that one. That's what God told her. Baby couldn't help it. She had to go get a taste, man. In a real way. And that's why I respect 304s, Brodusky. You know what I'm saying? Them are some of the most realest women walking around, man. You know what I'm saying? Any woman that'll put her life on the line to see us successful, you know what I'm saying, making these type of sacrifices for financial means so we can both be together. Oh, we ski. So come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be talking bad about these 304s, but look at these women right here. You know what I'm saying? The 304 gonna put it in my pocket. Her, she ain't finna do nothing, man, but abandon you. Boy, you better not pull a muscle at work. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you pull a muscle at work, Brodusky, and that money stop coming, hey, honey finna start acting real funny on you, man, in a real way. Take notes, Brodusky.
I ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but I am not messing with a broke person. There's a false rumor that's going on, including other people, saying that I gave my number to 5 different guys on that show. Damn. really be for the streets. Me and the individual walk off. I call him out on his BS because that was BS, you know. We talk about it. We low-key start planning, like, okay, after this, where we're going. As we're talking, another individual shows up, Chad, glasses, comes. After the show, we're done filming, so now we are networking. Yes, sir, we're networking at that time. No reason to lie. We're talking, me and him are talking. Chad comes, and then he's like, hey, you guys were really cool. Like, I want to get, you know, let's talk, let's work. He asked for both of our social media. You know, I give it to him in front of the individual because I'm like, he's asking for both of us. We can network after this. We can work this show. We can really use this to our advantage. You know, he's in music. Maybe if he wants, you know, if the individual wants to work with him, they can work. He's also into modeling. I would love to get back into modeling, so that could be something. In my mind, I'm thinking, yes, now it's okay to network with different people. As I'm giving this person my phone, the individual is right there, storms off right there, and then I was like, oh, okay, he took it that way. So instead of being like, you know, screw him, I take my phone, I rush to follow him because I'm like, hey, what's going on? Outside, you know, the producer tried to also talk to him, but he stormed off hella fast. I'm like, wow, them feet, them little feet move fast. I get there, he's already in his car, right? He's gone. I didn't see him. And then BM's like, hey, what happened? What's going on? I'm like, I was talking to him 1 second. Chad comes, asks for our social media. He storms off. I'm following him, trying to figure out what's going on. I understood why he stormed off. I went to approach him so we can have a conversation, but he was already gone. I asked the producer to call him right there because I'm not the type of person that's like, screw him. I like to take care of things right there. And then the producer calls him. BM calls him. BM called you. You're basically cussing, not cussing, you're yelling on the phone. So I grabbed the phone from BM because I'm like, that anger is misplaced. Put it on me because I'm the one that hurt you. So I took the phone from BM. You know, I asked for it. He gave it to me. And let me talk to him. And when I tell you, this man went off. He's going off on the phone. And I'm like, I apologize. I get where you're coming from, but you were there. It's not like I was doing it behind your back. You know, I thought that we were all going to network and really make, you know, like, okay, you know, at this point, I'm not going to do this. Okay, I'm not going to do this. BM asked him, he's like, okay, so are you taking her on a date? Like, I'm not taking that beat on the date. And I'm like, okay, now you're disrespecting me. Okay, now I'm not going to stand for that. So I was like, you know, it's whatever. It's okay. Me and BM have a conversation after that, explaining what happened. You know, he hears my side of the story. He clearly heard his side of the story over the phone. The second individual comes in. Yes, I spoke with that individual. You know, he was very respectful. At that point, it's like, hey, that's already done. He disrespected me. He wants nothing to do with me. Rightfully so at that moment, but it did not excuse the way that he retaliated. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, we're done. We're really done, and I'm not gonna deal with that. Because I really thought that after a conversation and he explained how it felt, I tried to excuse it at the time, but when somebody shows you their true colors, believe them. I go back, I speak with another individual in there. I was like, hey, are you okay? They were checking on me when I got back. It was all nice and cool. I grab my stuff, I walk out. As I walk out, y'all's favorite flannel king.
My little final question. So
like
is it a
that.
yes for you for him?
It's a yes. I like him.
Yes. And is it a yes for you for her?
Definitely.
We got a match!
Approaches me, okay? This guy is like, hey, you know, why did you pop on me? And he was very respectful, you know, great guy. Why'd you pop on me? And I'm like, I really did mean that. Like, you were an attractive person. It didn't work out between us, and that's okay. And I left it at that. He left it at that. It does not mean that we can't be cordial. And the man that I will be with will respect that, understand that, and be confident enough in himself, in me, in what we have, to understand that, hey, she knows where home is. Okay. He asks that pink dress Jacqueline gets her balloon back. That got me a little bit, because I was like, okay, that's when I was gonna pop. Because I'm a woman. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna be your second option. I'm not. At all. And then I remembered that, hey, give it a chance. You may be, reading too deep into this, because at that point I had already processed why I popped on the person that I really did want to leave with. And looking back at that time, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna make that mistake twice again. Okay? So let's see where this goes. This guy once a truth has a lie to it, it's not a truth anymore. Was there an individual on the show that I was more attracted to than my match? Yes. And I mentioned it on the video. He is typically what I go for. After everything goes and I feel like my match realized that I'm not gonna scoop down to his level, I wanted to reach out and apologize. Out of nowhere, he basically lets me know that, hey, my mom, his mother, by the way, basically said that he was overreacting and that he should take me on a date. I get a phone call from my friend here. This is, mind you, after the different interviews, the comments, the stories, the posts, because he went crazy on the one woman that is defending him. Because I have clips of people making fun of you, and instead of participating, I'm defending you. That's when this interview comes on, and okay, I have some words for Kite ZZ. I know the Arlette and BM are very, very genuine people. Genuine. Okay? And you guys know that their show is very serious, and you guys see how they're approaching this situation with so much class. On the other hand, you guys see this man who is portraying not only himself but the show in a bad light, and rather than making sure you get all your facts straight, rather than, hey, asking, BM or Arlette or the show, the production, is it okay if we interview this person? I'm not saying that they own us. I'm not saying that. And they're not saying that. But what I'm saying is it's a respect thing. Without their show, you guys wouldn't have this content. Because if you guys look on their page, that interview is their highest viewed video. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't really scroll like that. I just looked at the most recent ones and then I looked at the interview. And you wouldn't have that interview without the show. Okay? The number that was given with the intentions of, I have a lot of guy friends.